Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
The next topic is agricultural pollution. Agricultural pollution. Now, agricultural pollution is the release of toxic or harmful substances into the environment by the natural forces, man, or other animals on the farm. Agricultural pollution is the release of toxic, harmful substances into the environment by the natural forces or by man or by other animals on the farm. Now, the harmful substances that cause pollution are called pollutants. Pollutants are the substances that are released to the air or to the land or to the water that could cause pollution. Pollution is very bad. Pollution could bring disaster to the land. Pollution could cause poisoning, could cause choking, smell, and blockage of respiratory cavity. Now let's look at the types of pollution. We have air pollution, the noise pollution, the land pollution, and the water pollution. Types of pollution: we have the air pollution, the noise pollution, the land pollution, as well as the water pollution. Now, the air pollution. The air pollution just suggests that certain chemical substances, gaseous substances are released to the air. And this one pollute the air, hindering proper respiration, and could cause harmful feelings in animals and in man. Okay, the pollutants of air pollution, in other words, the substance that could cause pollution, air pollution, include ammonium gas or ammonia gas, dust particles, and smoke from farm animals and farm machines. The pollutants of air pollution include ammonia gas, dust particles, and smoke from farm machines. The ammonia gas is released, during the decomposition of animal dung and poultry droppings. The feces of farm animals like cattle, goat, and sheep, as well as droppings of poultry animals, that's birds, during decomposition, release gaseous gases, these ammonia gases, into the air, and this could cause air pollution. Dust is generated from the feed mill. The feed mill is a machine that helps in grinding the animal feed. This machine produces certain dust which can be released to the air and cause choking, odor, blockage of respiratory system, and even dirty of the body of the operators of the machine and the workers of the feed mill. Then you have the smoke from the farm machine. Big farm machines like the bulldozers, like the tractors, while operating on the farm, release smoke to the atmosphere. When the smoke is plenty, or when the machines are not well treated, or the oil is not well changed, the smoke can become very thick and can cause choking of respiratory system of man and of animals. Now, how can we prevent this? How can we prevent the air pollution? The first one is that the farm animals, for the ammonia gas, the animal building should be located far away from the farm office and from domestic building on the farm. Another one is that the animal droppings and animal waste should be well treated. They should be well disposed so that they do not cause any release of harmful gases like ammonia into the atmosphere, the dust particles. This one can be prevented by the feed mill operator and the workers to wear protective covering while working in the feed mill. Then again, the dust should be removed as early as possible while after production. The smoke from machine could be prevented when these machines, tractors, bulldozers use genuine quality oil, which will enable proper combustion and will not release too much of toxic smoke to the environment. Now, the second one is noise pollution. Noise pollution is caused by pollutants like the feed mill, like poultry birds, and the noise from farm engine during operation. I told you again, the noise pollution is caused by the feed mill, the sound of the machine when milling. Then the poultry dropping, the poultry birds while clicking in the farm, they make the noise, as well as farm machines. Now, the feed mill when operating generates certain noise that may chaotic, may deafen people. Then poultry also make noise clicking while eating or while staying in the poultry houses. The farm machines like bulldozers, tree fellers, grinders, shellers, so these machines also make noise. How do you overcome this? Like I mentioned, the first one is that there should be soundproof for most of these feed mill. There should be soundproof for them so that they don't make unnecessary noise to disturb. Then the engine should also be lubricated and be oiled at various points of grinding so that it will not generate into noise. The poultry birds, the location of the poultry house also should be located from far from farm office or residential office, so it does not, the noise does not disturb the residential people. Then farm machines like bulldozers, they do make noise, but this noise can be reduced by proper oiling of the various movable parts of the machine and the use of recommended quality oil, which will enable smooth operation of the engine. We go to land pollution. Land pollution is situated whereby materials are dropped on the land and they can cause pollution on the land. This material or these pollutants include refuse, sewage, and pesticides. Refuse, sewage, and pesticides. The refuse from the farm office and farm site. The refuse include, all the excrement of the animals, or if it's from the farm office, the refuse from the used, materials, maybe the nylon, maybe the paper, maybe some other stuff which are like garbage, which are carried from the farm office or from the farm site and are deposited in bags. These are refuse. It can become a heap if it's not well disposed. Then sewage. This refers to the waste of farm office that are released into water, or to the farm site that are released to the water, which will pollute the water around. And then pesticides and fertilizers that are used on the farm. Some of these pesticides, they find their way into the drains and they flew and polluting the environment. Okay, how can we overcome this? We can overcome land pollution by proper disposal of our waste from the farm office or farm site. A good dustbin with cover should be gotten, and also when the dustbin is filled, should be well disposed and transported to where it can be of no harm to man. Again, the refuse from the farmhouse could be burnt, maybe in an incinerator, so that it does not constitute any harmful effect to man. The pesticides and the fertilizers should be well kept and should be well disposed. When the cans are exhausted, should be well disposed. They should not be kept lying around. Water pollution. Water pollution is caused by pollutants like pesticides and fertilizers, feces from farm animals, and crude oil spillage from machines or from tanker. Okay, now pesticides. Pesticides are the chemicals that are applied on the farm, on the crops to kill the pests. these pesticides can be washed by erosion and washed into the maybe stream or river, even that we get water to feed the animals or we get water to do some things on the farm, as well as fertilizer that are put on the farmland. Sometimes the fertilizer could be washed down and can cause pollution. Feces from farm animals, if not well disposed or well kept, can also be washed and everything move into the river or to the stream. The same thing goes for the crude oil spillage during the loading or unloading of oil tankers, as well as during the fueling of the machines on the farm. This oil or this fuel could spill to the ground, and when it is washed by water, could be washed into the river, into the stream, and cause pollution, which when fed to the animals can cause diseases and sicknesses in their body, or when consumed by man could lead to certain unhealthy situation. Okay, here water pollution can be reduced by proper disposal of the materials that are used for pesticides and fertilizers, by making sure that the pesticides do not litter the floor, the fertilizers are well applied to the soil, as well the feeds of animals are well kept and they are well disposed, and oil spillage is prevented during the fueling of farm machines and implements.